Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Always Smiling Faces podcast, and it's a final episode of the 17-18 season.
Oh dear me.
It's absolutely, it's heartbreaking.
This is a bit sad. That
could have been worse, like, but I
like we've had to pretend that we're friends like all season. No,
I'll not see us for months now.
Yes, bastards. Deka's
Never see him anyway, do we?
I will never see Deka. Deka's back. He's had a bit time off over the last few weeks.
I'll be on holiday.
Do you want to tell everyone where you've been? Maybe gallivanting too?
Well, I've been playing golf.
You came dressed like a golfer today. Do you want to show everyone your shorts?
I've been playing golf.
You've been away, right? You went Portugal and Scotland, didn't you?
Been playing golf. No, Portugal. Then I went to Scotland. Portugal was golf. Scotland, unfortunately, was for a funeral, but
you still had a game of golf while you were there.
Golf, and I came back and had more golf. And 3 days off I've had, and I've been playing golf every day. So there you go.
So since Deka's been away, we've lost every single game, which someone pointed out.
But until I said I was going to come back, we won. So
I'm not sure you ever said you were coming back. We thought I just lost you, mate.
We didn't say we were going to invite you back.
Yes. We were changing the locks on the door, mate.
Yeah, Saturday.
We replaced you a couple of times on Sunday.
Yeah. We replaced you with a few legends of Tyneside.
Hilarious, that one. With Joey Dancer. Brilliant.
We had a couple of new.
Do you know where we saw him?
A new potential.
It was a strippers, was it?
Aye.
We
were not the strippers, no.
It wasn't the strippers, no.
I thought it was like a ball.
Let's get this right.
It was a sports bar.
It was a sports bar.
Oh, right, okay.
With boobies.
There just happened to be
real ones, or
some boobies.
Bit of both, I think. I think there was actually a man with tits out. Well, not Mark, but
she was. Like, I mean, I even said, Kris, you wouldn't know whether to shag her or wrestle her.
Oh, was she
was
like China?
I mean, she was properly like fit, like not as in like fit. Like she was like.
Okay, help us out with the fit bit.
Like a fit bit. Who's got a fit bit?
What do you mean by she wasn't like, fit, but she was fit?
No, she wasn't like fit looking, like beautiful, as in she's fit.
Okay.
She was like properly. Oh, she's fit.
Like universe style.
No, but like when she was just standing there, she didn't look
fit,
like dead muscular or anything like that, did she? But when she got on that pole, Christ, you should have seen.
This is a Newcastle podcast, and we're talking about manly strippers.
But to be fair to her, like she was unreal. Like
with deadlift, you like.
I mean, across her shoulders, her arms, her legs. When she was like literally climbing up the pole with just her legs. Her legs were that strong, man.
Oh, wow.
It was unreal.
You really paid attention to it, didn't you?
I was like, Christ, look at the
legs on that.
Like a stone cold.
Physique. Physique is that's the right word, but she was like...
She had thighs like Les Ferdinand.
It was unreal, like...
Wow.
Because she didn't look like anything, like, particularly great.
I hope she doesn't listen to this.
No, well, I'm giving her a compliment here. She had a very...
I'm not sure you are.
A very strong... physique. You liked her nipples.
Shit! Did I say that?
Hasn't she got big nipples? I quite like them.
Something like that. I would not have said that. That's something I wouldn't say.
No, I think you would.
You definitely said she had something about her nipples.
She's got big nipples.
I quite like them.
That's something that wouldn't.
Yeah, me.
Wow. Right. So what we're gonna do in this podcast? We're just gonna sack the losses off, then just talk about Sunday and.
Well, we'll have to talk about Sunday first.
There was some terrible performances in that little blip, wasn't there?
There was, but I want this to be more of a positive.
Oh, I thought he meant Sunday. I was like, what?
No,
he's talking about the games before that.
The games before that. Except Spurs. Spurs, I thought, were very, very unlucky to lose that one.
I don't really want to dwell on them losses because I don't think it was lack of effort. It was just they were blowing out the arse.
Well, the two games before, I can't even remember who it was now. Watford? No, it wasn't Watford.
Yeah,
was it Watford?
Yeah.
Watford and somebody at home. West Brom.
Yeah.
At home. Oh, no, did we do it?
I was dying at the West Brom game.
I think we did one after that, didn't we?
We quit those games because Steve was a West Brom one. And the two games were Spurs and Watford, which we didn't cover.
Spurs were very, very unlucky in that game.
Watford second half were just utter dire in the first half, and second half it seemed.
It was the same problems across both of those games, though, wasn't it? We created chances, we just never took them.
Especially against Spurs, like.
Yeah, I mean, Lloris had a good game as well, like which.
Yeah.
My mate had a good chance, but he fluffed it, didn't he? Like he did well to get where
he had a really good chance. He done really well, Murphy, to get into the
Was
box.
that the one where he kind of chipped?
It's when he first came on.
Oh, he first came on.
When he
powered into the
went
box,
straight through. Aye.
and he just sealed it into
Yeah.
Moors.
Aye, I thought Spurs game we deserved something out of that game.
I've been away since the Everton game because I watched the Everton game in Portugal with a bunch of fucking Everton fans.
Yeah, it's been a while, mate. We forgot what you look like.
Aye, we've had Bestie and Steon, haven't we, since then?
Bestie was actually like replaced at one point.
And then last week we didn't do one, did we? Because it was after...
Was a Wednesday kick-off. Wednesday
Watford,
game,
and then we played Everton, didn't we, in the week?
Yeah.
Spurs, sorry, hi.
Yeah, we didn't bother doing one.
Well, we played Everton in the week as well.
Going into that game on Sunday, what you two was confident was what I was.
I'd said all along that I thought we'd beat them. Even as months back when we were looking at the fixtures and the run-ins, I was always confident of beating these because
I can remember all
hadn't out to play for.
said Chelsea got nothing to play for. They won't want to get injured.
They did though.
They didn't really.
They did.
Well, the fourth they did.
They could have finished. If Liverpool had
They could have, but it was never going to happen.
but
not with the way Liverpool turned.
No, I agree, but they did technically at the start of that game. They
still had a win, didn't
absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. At half time, mind you, obviously when they went in, I think Liverpool went in 2-0 maybe at the time. Then
I think they knew already.
Yeah, it looked that way. Well, if you
but I don't want to take anything away from our performance by saying that.
I agree because every person I've talked to is more interested about talking about how poor Chelsea were than how good we were.
He'll be what he called without one in the pub with him.
No, not at all.
The man behind the camera there, after the game, I said to him, I was like, you know, if I find well, everything I'm telling you now is going to be how bad Chelsea were.
Yeah, we cannot win, man.
But we were unbelievable.
We were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic.
It was the best 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes was the best I've ever seen. Well, ever seen was a strong term, but it was certainly in a long time.
Performance of the season, like.
Oh, without any doubt.
Bar the probably first 10 minutes of the second half when they did come back out and cause us some problems. That game was just an absolute walk in the park for us. We just bossed them across the entire pitch.
Yep.
100%.
I mean, Hazard, he might as well have not played.
He didn't want to get injured.
He's too greedy. He holds on to the ball too long. You notice every time he got the ball, there was 3 of our guys around him. Yeah. It was as if Rafa said, just when he gets...
But he's their made man.
There was one point, it was in the second half, I'm not sure which player it was, but it was a Chelsea player on the left-hand wing attacking the Gallagher. And we had 5 players around him. Right. He just couldn't move. There's 5 players just waiting to tackle him.
Well, we you have to remember we had nothing to play for either, like really, except maybe a bit of pride.
A bit of pride because there was 4 losses on the bounce, wasn't it?
And we were playing as if there was really something on that game, as if we needed to stay up or whatever it was, you know. It was fantastic.
It's a bit like the Spurs game, obviously when we went down. Look, go back to that performance. Again, last game of the season. Already confirmed we're going, but we absolutely steamrolled them.
Well, the 3 seasons RAFA'S been here, the final game of the season's probably been like my favourite game of the season each time.
Aye.
It's been fantastic games, hasn't it?
You're going out on a high, aren't you? Into the summer. I mean it sent us away over the moon. Hence we didn't get home until early hours of Monday.
We'll get on that later.
There was a fair few with the Newcastle fans that were in
there was a few stories that came out that night, I'll tell you that. Some of them which you can't even talk about. Yes.
Well, you're talking about nibbles fantastic, and Ferdinand thighs and that. So.
Nibbles. That
was before we even got to the game. That just set the tone, didn't it? Dear me.
It's a decent bar, to be fair.
I enjoyed it. I mean, we didn't even really... It wasn't until 10 minutes before we left that we actually seen a pair of knockers.
Yeah, we're paying more attention to the Jody dancer.
You know.
us on stage.
Because we were sat up the back next to the... It's a kind of big place, to be honest, if people that haven't been in. And don't think it is like...
It's, do you know where Slayers is? Right. At Central Station.
Just up the central.
Oh, really? Oh, right. I know what you mean.
I think it used to be, back in the day, used to be the Lizard Lounge, where you used to go in and then go downstairs. I'm pretty sure it was...
So you go down then,
was that?
If you first go in, you turn left and that's where the strippers are down the bottom, but if you turn right, that's where the bar is, and like on the walls have got like ex-Newcastle players, like posters and that on the wall.
Nice big comfy sofas.
Velvet sofas.
Velvet sofas, lovely.
Oh.
Drink was cheap and all, it was only two.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
Not for a pint, it wasn't.
It was selected pints for £2.50.
Oh, my pint was £4.10.
What were you drinking?
Summersby.
Nah, the lager was £2.50.
Is that the one with the...
It was Carlsberg or something like that, like, but...
The air balloon. Someone's beside her. Is it that
No
one?
idea.
Is it?
Not a clue.
I know it might not be actually, I don't know.
Oh, no, that's stout.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, not a clue. But it's a...
It was a good ball.
Well, what we do every single week, we pick a different ball. Well, 10. There's about 12 of it, isn't there? Like, well, thereabouts.
Well,
there's 12 in the group message.
There's about 6 that regularly turn
So
up
there's like a
every
rota
game.
going, so someone will pick the ball before, someone will pick the ball after, and just goes round. You're not allowed to pick the same ball twice. So was my pick on it, my final pick. So I had to pick the strippers. There's only about 6 of it turned up, like. But I was kind of win it.
Aye, it was good. Enjoyed it.
Shall we get back to the match instead of the nips?
Yeah. If for your IO's only sports club want to...
I tell you what, I wouldn't
sponsor
mind
us, feel
dancing
free.
for me. Like, I'd dance for him as more the army. Like, I think
Oh, dear.
He could wangle his penis in my face as much as he likes.
aye.
I could get black eyes off his balls, like.
You
no
would.
problems.
I bet it's massive.
I'd have no problems with that. Like, none.
What, taking a black eye off Duham's cock?
None.
Hey, he is of all changed your tune.
Oh, absolutely. He is.
I don't.
Unbelievable.
I know you said this the other week, but I don't think we've ever like
Never slated him
criticised him to the
compared
point
to...
of
Murphy.
yeah, like
I've
like
never-
not
I've never-
Murphy.
No, what I'm saying, I've never went to town on the army like I do with Murphy.
all the way you go with Perez.
But he's shite.
I think we've always saw.
Oh, yeah,
that.
actually, but to be fair, Neil back up. I actually said, didn't that on Sunday? Perez actually had a
He
good,
was excellent.
Yeah, he
had a
did,
good
he
game.
He
I
was
couldn't.
absolutely brilliant.
But I think it was
couldn't
followed
pick
by. But he didn't score that second goal.
Do you know he's done this a few
Well,
times.
I know I said at the time I didn't think he had, but obviously I've since seen the
was the first goal he
replay.
made, the first one.
But he blatantly miskicked. He missed it with his right foot and it just hit his back foot and went in.
Look, he can't give him credit, can he?
Well, you can't claim he meant it, can you?
Aye. Well, what did you trying to trap it?
Well, no, he tried to kick it with. He tried to flick it with his right, missed, and it hit off his standing leg and went in. Which it was, as I say, I was.
His idea though was to
He
try
was
and
trying to
help it
flick
on,
it.
isn't
It was coming from Shelby
Can we
shot.
get back talking about Duham's cock?
Oh,
Aye, but more though, like
unreal.
is there a player that we've ever had that has been transformed as much as him? Like from being
James Perch,
Nah, no way near.
But he-
Mike
but he never-
Williamson.
No.
I don't think any of them started that shit.
Him and
like,
Lascelles, I'd probably say, were very close.
What in terms of starting shit?
Yeah.
No, I didn't think Lascelles started shit. Like.
Lascelles had
No,
some
he did.
really
If you
bad
remember,
games.
start of the season, we didn't even think he'd be starting in
He
the
was
team.
shit against Fulham like away the first game of the championship season. Though.
He had some bad games last season, Lascelles, and this season I kind of.
But he never got cheered off the field though.
Oh no, not that extent.
To that extent.
Yeah.
I've never seen a transformation of a player like him. Like honestly, he is unbelievable.
He was
He's just-
Isn't
absolutely
he?
class.
But that's the thing that I've harped on about is there is a good player there in him. He's shown it previously at West Ham, at Hull, in his career before he even came here.
I
He
think
was a
that's where
top
our
player.
frustration came from, though, because we didn't know we were signing a half decent player there, and he never performed for us. Really,
I think he got a lot of unnecessary and unwarranted criticism. People would just pick on every little thing.
he was a
I do
scapegoat.
agree
He
there.
was a
That he did.
scapegoat for a while.
I still think he played him out of position. He had him behind the forward.
Number 10,
Which
wasn't
I'm
he?
sorry, that isn't his role. His role is what he's doing now, playing in centre midfield and smashing the tits off everybody.
right.
Do you know what's the
He's
best
done
thing though? When he's on the pitch,
absolutely brilliant.
you'll see like the opposition midfield get the ball, and they'll look up, and he's just run. They haven't got a clue that he's behind them coming to get the ball. Then he just nips in, takes it his way.
Oh, really? He
I don't know how he keeps going.
Aye, well, he's got a personal trainer, hasn't he? Now,
He's
like
just-
living in with him and that now. So that's since the cells punched him. He's like got a personal trainer in, and you can tell, hasn't he? His stamina's there. His work rate is unbelievable. And there was a bit. I loved it in the first half. Kante had the ball, Dicky dancing about as normal, and he just charged for him.
yeah.
But he's like a trainer.
He closes down, you know that like sort of like 5 to 10 yards. He closes it down within 3 strides. So probably the opposition player thinks, well, you're quite far away here. Like, you know, I'm married. Next thing you know, he's in your
there.
face.
It's because he's got an extra leg.
Aye, true, yeah.
Tripod.
Honestly, he's a. Did you see as well? But I actually stood up and applauded this. I was the only person in probably the ground that did this. Like, but there was a ball got smashed in the air, and it came
he
down.
took it
and
down.
He
just took it down.
followed it. Like,
Oh, was that when he did the?
past.
Oh, I know.
I
see
just
it.
stood up and went, "Hang on, Mario's like you're the best. Like you're the best."
just
And I love Shelby. You know
Mario's.
how much I love Shelby.
I think after the game,
Shelby's still amazing.
we done that interview with by channel. I'm pretty sure you said you preferred more Diome to your child.
He
Yeah,
did.
I think I did. Didn't I? Sorry, Dana, I love you. But no, but like I don't know. I think it's close. No, but honestly, like every game now I come away from, I just keep thinking how many times at the match I've says, fucking hell, like every 5 minutes I'm like, get in more, well played more. It's every 2 minutes I seem to be saying the same thing all the time.
He hasn't put a foot wrong, like
honestly,
for a long time now.
He's fucking amazing, man.
I love him, and I love the fact that there's so many people out there that are now eating humble pie.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't really got a choice now, have they? It doesn't matter how much you slag them off or stuff.
But our fans would probably be the ones saying, I never slagged them off. They wouldn't admit that. It's the same with the Mitrovic story. No, they probably wouldn't admit that they were slagging them off at the time, you know what I mean? I've never booed or cheered, because I remember, I used to always think Obertan, right, used to always get loads of shit. He was another one that no matter what he did, he'd just blame him shit. And I remember I think either booed or cheered, I think it was booed him on the pitch.
Yeah.
And I was like,
shocking,
that's not good. And I was honestly, and this sounds ridiculous to say for a player like him, I actually questioned going back the next week after that. The whole ground booing, I went, I don't know if I'm fucking going to bother. Like, that's not on that.
No, I remember that.
But then I think he went on a 7 to 8 game run. And I remember he got his hamstring went against Liverpool. And actually everyone stood up and applauded him getting stretched off, because he had changed.
He started the season quite well that season.
He did,
he's done well.
But, sorry, going back to Diarmi, from the turn of the year, like he's my God, it's been amazing.
Absolutely,
and I think that's made Shelvey a better player, definitely in terms of not getting booked and stuff. Because Diarmi just does all the pressing, all of the some people call it donkey work, but I don't know. He more than just breaks the play up, doesn't he? He breaks it up and really starts moves. Now
it's like what I was saying the other week. Like a lot of people were comparing him to Dewey, and I was the complete opposite players, because Dewey just wanted to challenge, he just wanted to smash into players. Diarmi wants to stay on his feet and get the ball and build something from that.
Anything. And I said that to me after the game. I remember saying it. I says, like, God bless him, but Dewey would just go in to end someone.
Just clatter someone.
You know, whereas Diarmi actually wins the ball and carries the ball out because he's won it so
partnership
fairly,
that Diarmi and Shelvey have right now is absolutely fantastic. And I know we were comparing it the week to the likes of Cabaye and Teoria there, but I think what they have right now is probably better than that.
Because say you on not agree, but I think I honestly think Shelvey's as good as Cabaye for me. Like, I mean, I honestly do. The only thing I would say about Shelvey, sometimes he can go missing in games, and I think he needs to get more goals.
He needs to work on his set pieces.
Maybe. I
think when he's got time to think,
he's not as good as Cabaye. Like, I've got nowhere near as good as Cabaye on them. Like,
I think when he's got time to think, that's when he struggles. Yeah. But when it's like it just spur the moment, when he puts him in.
He clattered the bar post against Spurs, didn't he, with a free kick? That absolutely.
Has he ever scored a free kick for though?
He did in the Championship. It was a great one actually as well. I remember, but the few and far between though, you know, and I think he does need.
That's thing, he needs to add more goals to his game.
Definitely does. He had that move where he had like a half volley on Sunday. We kept the ball for ages, worked it amazingly well. Cross came in the box, and I think it might be Perez who headed it back to Shelvey, and then he hit a half volley.
Is that the first half?
The first 15 minutes or so. That's when more.
He had another one where he went striding through and played like a 1-2 and hit it just to the left.
Yeah, I thought that was enough.
We had just scored with that finish, like.
We made it 1-0 and it was directly from kick-off. We got another chance.
But I was celebrating that goal, thinking he had scored it.
Who, Shelvey?
The second goal.
I
thought Shelvey had scored it.
Yeah, I wish he had.
Because then when the announcer said Perez, like everyone like around us were like, well, the reason he didn't get a touch because we were like more or less like in line with it, so and it just looked like it came straight through, which is why I thought there's no way he got a touch on that.
The moment I realised it wasn't him was the fact that he went in one direction to celebrate and Perez went one, and all the players started running Perez.
Straight away. Yeah.
No, that's when you knew straight away. I can't remember.
Well, I think that's because they just obviously thought, oh well, he's celebrating like he scored it, but even Shelvey wasn't sure. Like,
Trainer was going in.
Aye, absolutely.
Dragon.
Absolutely. I was more or less directly in line with it.
You don't think?
Not a chance now.
Was like.
I think the keeper would have saved it because of Perez doing what he did. It made the keeper.
Well, that's what I thought. The keeper, he just watched it, didn't he? He just went.
If you let that in from there, it was weak as piss, the shot. You sacked. You can't let that in from there.
He just watched it, didn't he?
Nah, but the keeper just didn't react at it at all, even as if he went or stopped.
If you think if Perez wasn't there, think of the shot back. If Perez wasn't on the pitch there at all, and he has that shot, the keeper would just.
The keeper's going to go. I
think with Perez doing what he did.
So do you think the keeper thought Perez was going to pick that ball up, like?
Well, maybe he's trying to hit it and go the other way, so the keeper second guessed it, and then by that time it's done. You know, it is what it is, like. But But it doesn't matter.
I think that's maybe what it is. He thought Perez was going to hit it and it would have went to his left.
He thought shit, and then by then it's too late. It's in anyway.
So it was definitely going in, because as I say, it took a tiny little deflection off his back leg.
So is there any performance of that game? I know like every single player like stood out, and the defenders didn't really have much to do, to be fair.
I thought Lejeune was brilliant. Lejeune was absolutely
That's who I was going to
outstanding.
get on to next. He's been fantastic. I know Lascelles is getting all the plaudits at the minute, but Lejeune has done just as well as what Lascelles has.
Lejeune's just gone about stuff, not...
What did we... Was it 7 million we bought Lejeune for?
About 7, 8.
That's an absolute steal, that. Like,
No, wasn't it a bit more? Maybe he's 9.5, something like that?
I heard 7 the other day on the...
it wasn't much.
I thought it was 9 or 10, actually. But I think Luke Edwards or Oliver Holt or someone put on saying 7 million's a snip for him. So
even if it was 9-10 million, it's still a bargain for like what we've had with him. Yeah. And I know like we all said he started well, and then it was that one game where, was it the Southampton game?
Yeah,
it was his first game back in fairness,
And then he wasn't in the team for a little bit after that, was he? He's came back in and he's done absolutely phenomenal. I'm a big Mbemba fan, but I would right now like you cannot replace any of those two. Kieran Clark, Kieran who?
Like not even a part of it.
Such an influential player last season, and he's just forgotten.
He's going to feel unlucky, like, doesn't he, to be?
Oh, absolutely. I think Lascelles obviously they've got a good partnership there, haven't they? You've got Lascelles, who is the organizer, blah blah. Lejeune, as you say.
Well, Lascelles kind of pass for shit. I think everyone realises
he's getting
that.
better. I do think he's getting. Did you see that clip that was going around where against Spurs?
Oh, where he just takes it down.
That's pretty damn good. Like he could have done that 12 months ago.
I also spotted one in the same game where he went to play Perez through, and he's just like put so much power on a simple pass.
He did one on
and
Sunday.
Like it goes behind Perez, he just goes. See what you're doing.
He did one on Sunday.
I think he's in like the final third as well as Lascelles, and he's just bringing the ball at Perez. Yeah, you have it.
No, he's not.
He needs to work on his passing, doesn't he?
8.8.
8.8.
So it's a snip, isn't it? I mean, it's now, is it? Yeah. You know what I mean, I thought in terms of, sorry, going back, I think you were going to say there was any bad performance. Is that what you were going to say there? That what you were going to say?
No, I was going to say, has been any standout performances?
Oh, standout.
In that game?
Yeah. Dubravka was another one for me. That save from Bartley.
That save from Giroud.
Giroud was amazing and all.
That little flick.
that one.
I thought that was in all day.
I don't know how he saved that second one.
Nah.
From like 4 yards out or something, and we scored direct from that.
Yeah, I know.
Like could have been 1-1. You went 2-0 up. They're key. The moments in games.
He's done that in so many games.
Well, he's made the top 4 goalkeepers of the Premier League, and he's only been here since
January.
Since the winter, right?
He's mint, man.
5 months.
He's absolutely mint, man.
We have to sign him on Friday.
It's done, apparently. It's done.
It's done, right. Well, did you hear that he was high-fiving every fucker? Because even Kuba, Texas went literally. He was hugging everyone, smiling like after the game.
Saw the interview after the game.
I was obviously because he did that down in the corner, didn't he? So
yes.
So he was getting interviewed, and obviously the whole crowd started
loud, wasn't it?
Like doing these things. But to be fair, we'd done that like 5 or 6 times during the game, and every time
he clapped.
He was clapping.
Time,
he fucking loves it, doesn't he?
He does. Going from the bench of.
That's the thing. He wasn't getting his game before he came.
Coming here, and you're like, he must be thinking this is my golden ticket.
We mentioned this in that week, but like. It's so strange that another club hasn't like.
Well, we sat here and said,
"How is that?
Why are we signing this player?
Exactly.
We don't need him.
What are we doing? A word of English.
I was like,
perfect English.
Well, we didn't know. That's
you must be the next Matt Sells.
No, I always remember the worry I had when he played against Man United at home. His first game from a guy who's never been in this league, couldn't even play for his own team.
And all the talk at the time was about. All of the time talk at the time was that he didn't perform well in front of like big crowds and stuff like that. He's like the world's best keeper when he's in front of a big crowd.
I know. Do you know
it's the total opposite.
Is when we have a goal kick
or
whatever. Shelby will come deep. He has all the balls in the world to go. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
No matter how many forwards, and I just love it. I do.
The thing is, right?
He's very good with his feet, isn't he?
He's good, isn't he?
And
that's safe.
Our goalkeepers we've had for God knows how long. They've all been decent shot stoppers, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
but not one of them can pass the ball for shit. No. And it just seems he's the most the most versatile keeper when it comes to everything.
He takes crosses unbelievable,
so well. Do you not hear Chilcott? Hi Chilcott, if you're listening. his interview, like, for that Magpie channel thing, and he's gone, everyone was slating Dubravka. Who's been slating Dubravka? I think he just made that up. He's not a very good shot stopper, but it's getting better. Are you watching the same goalkeeper? What are you watching?
That's the thing with opinions and fans, isn't it? Like, you can literally speak to someone, and someone slagged Dubravka. I was in the Metro, and someone was slagging him off. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was the game I got beat off West Brom. And there was a wifey behind us with this kid, right? And I went to like turn around, and I remember my dad grabbed us and went, "Don't bother." And both of them
fighting Dubravka's battles on the Metro.
Both of them says, Dubravka's shite. He's never going to make it. I swear to God, he's never going to make it. He went. He started well, but he's crap. And I literally was going to turn and say, right, hang on. This is the West Brom game, by the way.
I can only remember
to deal with in that particular game.
I can only remember maybe 2 or 3 things that you could pick him up on, like in the time that he's been here. I remember like, once where he came out to punch one and he just flapped it.
I remember that one.
And a couple, I don't know, maybe one goal when I thought he could have done better. And
like
I've been unreal.
I've always liked our goalkeepers. I've never really had a problem with goalkeepers. There's never been a point where I think we need to improve him desperately. I've always been quite.
Well, I didn't think we needed one. I thought Darlow.
Elliot was.
I was never convinced with Darlow.
Well, I thought either or of them get on with it. I'd rather have.
I was more comfortable having.
That was, if you had to pick, that would be the last place where you would look to.
But it would. But that's why Rafa is the man, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Because
it's been a huge
there's no other
way
than to look at it. But
he's done
exactly.
Man United could have been about 100.
How many times has he saved us?
He's been absolutely phenomenal. Back to that video where it was I think it was Dan King that was interviewing on the pitch.
Yeah.
And like it gets to the point where it gets so loud, and Dan was like, he asked the question like, say, oh, like what? It's something to do with the fans, isn't he?
Yeah.
Or something about being on Tyneside or something like that, and he just turns around and goes, like, just listen to this, like he can just see he loves it here, and he loves the appreciation that he's getting off the fans.
He's never had that in his life. He probably never even respected it, like in terms of.
Well, he wouldn't. He wouldn't.
No, why would he? But he's class. He's up 4 million for him, man. Like, I know. What is going on in the world, man?
Mental.
It's mental, like, isn't it?
How old is he? 28, 29?
I just wish we could find some more gems like that. I hope he's got. I hope there's a few more gems like that he's got up his sleeve.
You mentioned Lejeune there. Obviously, he's impressed massively. The keeper has.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kennedy coming in has been phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Like phenomenal. I don't know if we'll get him or not.
I don't think we will.
I don't think.
I think by that message you put on Instagram, I think it's already been tied up with somewhere else.
It didn't look good, did it?
It's strong suggestions that buying in it.
Yeah, it didn't.
And you can't blame him if he goes to buy.
No, you're right.
29.
Yeah,
29.
He's prime.
15th of January 1989.
I wish he was 25 or something like. To be honest, but never mind.
Get a good 3-4 years out of him, man.
I know. I just wish he was 25 and get 8 years of him.
It's just yeah, with
that's it. He's coming into his prime as a keeper, though.
Well, like I say, we've had some half decent keepers, probably better than average keepers over the years. Like even from back to Shea Given, and you've got Given from Given onwards. You've always had like decent choice of goalkeepers for us, but I think he's probably my.
He's the best keeper since Shea Given for me. Like he played footsie with me.
And Shea Given couldn't kick the ball for shit.
No, he couldn't. He was a great shot stopper. I couldn't handle a cross either. He was shite actually. Crosses, he was the worst I've ever seen. But shot stopping, there's probably not any better. You know what I mean? But we've always had decent keepers, as you say, constantly, year after year. And it used to piss you off that we still used to get hammered every week. I remember I got beat 6-0 of Liverpool. That was
that's because of what you had in front of you.
And I think.
But that's the other thing that he's very, very good at.
Now, would we?
He's
5 and 6.
Well, this is 10-1 losses this season.
Yeah,
keep it
which
tight.
is phenomenal for us.
Even that full streak that we went on, a lot of them were 1-0s. You know,
well, if you think, just looking at that final league table, we basically finished where we finished on goal difference.
Yeah. So it goes back to your Man Cities and all that. Yeah, and all that. Yeah.
Again, a lot of games where we did lose 1-0 by the odd goal. It's a massive help.
I think it's 6 million in terms of what we're getting. But by the way, we're finished compared to where we would have. Which is his
difference
fee,
of 3 places.
Which is Dubravka's fee, isn't it? You know.
Aye.
You pay for Dubravka. In that sense. But,
that 1-0 defeat that Man City bought with Dubravka.
That's obviously the one that gets highlighted a lot, isn't it? But like, there's other games.
Even Liverpool away, what was that? 2-0.
2-0 it was.
2.
We only had one shot of goal, like, but
still, those teams.
That was a shit game,
Giambi as well,
wasn't it? What a shot! What a save that was, by the way. Yeah. But that was a really bad game.
Yeah, it was always a bad game.
Fucking hell. But, you know, these things happen. But going back to Sunday, I mean, God,
I'd love to do it again.
What?
Just to have that, like, have Sunday again.
I would do Sunday again. I wouldn't do Monday again. I was blown out with yours all day, man.
I wasn't that bad on Monday. Like, to be fair, I was just knackered.
Is yours kicked in today?
I'm tired. Obviously, I can't speak very well either.
Like,
all that singing and
why wasn't it a good idea to start drinking at like 11 a.m?
No.
Like, who thought that was a good idea? It's this last game of the season tradition. Like,
it is. We do go.
We'll forget that we're getting quite old now.
I don't even know what we're still doing out at midnight. I thought I'd be home by like 8 or 9 o'clock.
Well, that's how I goes to more last one. I'll have a few after the game. Like, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'll have a few. I went, but like, I'll probably be home for a takeaway. Little does he know I'm fast asleep on the Merrow heading towards Sunderland.
That's it. My missus was fuming because I didn't. I didn't bring a takeaway in.
Shit! Trying to press the button, the door wasn't opening. Next minute, I'm halfway through Seaburn.
I left Tiger to go and get a takeaway and it was shut because it was that late.
Shut up, man. Oh, Tiger, Steve Wraith having a dance off of every fucker that was around.
Steve was having a dance with her.
It was a canny night, wasn't it? We bumped into a few people.
When we went outside, well, I'm saying we were out, weren't we?
Outside,
we're in this pen outside of Filthy's. Well, it literally was. It was a pen in the middle of the big market, and there was the busker that plays just like on the way as you go up to the ground. He sits between the two buildings that we know quite well, between the coffee shop and Greg's.
Is there a busker plays there?
Aye. He sits there outside of the side door of the.
What, on a match day?
Aye.
He just sings Oasis songs all
He
the
sits
time.
there. So he was sitting in the middle of the big market, just busking away, and people just kept shouting out songs to him.
Mate, do you know the Love and Crans song? What the fuck?
He did though.
He loves the cans.
We sang that Love and Crans song all the way from Bar Loco to
Filthy's, aye. And so many random people that were just in the street walking, and like either walking that way or walking with her, just joining in. It was class.
It was class. It wasn't midnight.
It was one of them days.
Yeah. I love the spontaneous days like that.
The thing is we're staying out anyway because it was the last game of the season.
I think the sun went in my head, to be fair.
The sun, well, that was it. The sun was out. It was a beautiful afternoon/night. Yeah. Everybody was in a really good mood because we'd just sat and watched literally the best season, best
Deka
game of the
didn't have any
season.
choice but Torwood because he walked past her.
Yeah.
Try
to avoid him. Walk straight into her.
No, it wasn't Adam. It was Adam I seen. I was like, oh, it's Adam. And then I turned around and seen he's on the mic. I was like, oh, I'll get involved here.
On the mic, so. Like Ant and Dek.
Or like MCing or something.
On the mic sounds a bit wrong, actually.
On the Army's mic.
I say it, man. The other mic.
Whose mic?
It was a class night. Like the good thing about those nights, like,
imagine though, like if we do that for one game of the season, imagine if we won something.
Oh, I know.
Imagine I'd still be out now.
Absolutely.
I really wouldn't have gone home yet.
We'll be checking the big nips.
I'd be waiting up in bloody London or something, never mind Sunderland.
You'd be waking up in that lass's bed from the Rippers.
Wrestling her.
Just wrestling her for like 4 days.
I'd be wrestling her for 4 days.
Put your thighs on me neck,
It'd be like, James Bond film with bloody...
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
On the top.
On the top,
that's what it would be like.
You'd be on the top.
Jesus.
On the top, aye.
God, not her thighs, Christ. Are you taking us back to them thighs again? Honestly, they could break you.
We met the Geordie dancer. What do you think of the Geordie dancer?
Did he dance?
No, I've known him
I'm not sure if he could get off the floor anymore.
We were having high kick competitions. I wouldn't like.
I remember I was blatantly how bad was that?
We fell out and everything. We can only kick with 1 foot. He kind of
jumped off with that foot. That was been the winning.
Me in the street in Big Market.
Did he?
I'll give you a
second. He loves it, man. He loves it.
I mean, there was people.
There's loads of people buying him pints and stuff like that just for the crowd to get photos with him. He loves it.
Of course he does.
So I mean, he's been dining out on it for years and years now.
Yeah. Alright, good looking.
He seemed alright.
Well, he's a harmless man, isn't
he? He
is what he is.
Fine lad.
I wouldn't want my daughter to bring him home, but that's what it is.
Nah, he's good. But aye, what a day, man. And it was meaningless.
I know.
But it literally did feel like we'd won the FA Cup final or something because it was just such a bloody good day.
And like it is a mint result to win it, like to smash them, like, do you know what I mean? I kept looking at Conte. He looked absolutely.
He was
tough, like, just standing on the sideline.
He just didn't. He didn't know what to do, did he?
He didn't know.
Well, proper took the piss out of them.
Yeah, no,
he took
really
the piss
did.
out of them.
I mean, he bung Morata on him, William, and I thought, oh, it might be now. Didn't touch the ball.
Yeah, we were on Fedora. There's 1 point to Dora.
What's going on there?
He's getting released, isn't he?
So it's been last chance to see the grass crack on.
Odd one.
So right, going into the
strange
summer.
bench, wasn't it?
What do you mean?
Like a strange.
Yeah, it was a funny colour.
Because as in the selection of it.
I didn't mean. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I meant.
Is he being racist?
I didn't mean that.
I thought we were going to go
Christ.
a whole episode without calling Deka racist.
I didn't.
He's always going to pick up on the colour of the players.
Right. So
no, I was meaning as in the selection of who was on the bench. Like Jesus was on there.
Yeah.
Like,
Hedora.
I wish I was him. Can you imagine, like, training, working with Rafa every day,
just
getting
having
paid
a
well,
lush beard,
and never ever doing anything?
He must be.
What's he doing?
He must be good to have around.
He must bring him coffee or tea.
He did apparently. He brought him in just for morale, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why.
Hey, bring me in for morale for 40 grand a week, or 20 grand, whatever he's on.
You'd fucking never turn up.
No, I wouldn't. Let's be fair, though.
Cost you a fortune in sauce, though, wouldn't it?
He got a fantastic gig, him.
Oh, you couldn't work on that Paulo Di Canio, could you? You banned sauce.
He banned
red
sauce,
sauce.
didn't
You'd
he?
be absolutely knackered. Imagine Paulo just moved in your
I
house.
actually liked him and all, I'll be honest, I know he was a Southern, but I actually did. Have you ever seen his interview when he was in League One? No, listen.
Get on the phone, the Geordie dancer.
You have to you have to watch this video. Everyone has to watch it, right? Type in.
Got a quick call to make me. Is that Alan Bonds? Do you want to take Deka's spot for the podcast, mate? Aye. Bring your booster seat. Right, okay, bye.
Oh, dear
No. You have to watch this video on YouTube, right? His goalkeeper, well, he calls him Wes, right? But he's called Wes, right? He subbed him after like 10 minutes because they were getting beat like 4-0 or something. And he subbed the goalkeeper. And the keeper comes off and he kicks the water bottle at Di Canio. He goes ballistic, marching down the sideline and off it. And then Di Canio gets interviewed at the end of the game. And it is the funniest interview ever. I mean that, ever. Like, me and the lads have watched it like 1,000 times. And he just crucifies this young player. Like,
Is this when he was at Swindon?
I think it was Swindon, and the commentator goes, "What about your goalkeeper?" And he just jumps straight in. He's like, "Are we talking about Czech? Meaning like Peter Czech?
Yeah.
No, we're talking about Wes. We're 20-year-old Wes." And he goes, he's out, and he's just going ballistic about him. And honestly, he goes, "Wes, League One, Wes. Are we crazy?" That's what it ends like that. And it is literally the funniest interview ever. He's got his fucking suit chatting on his finger. Liga One, West. And it's the funniest. Honestly, it's hilarious. Anyway,
Take the piss out of Italians now.
No, I thought I said that quite well.
Yeah, that was a good accent. He's going to start doing Guglielmo stuff
if
from now on.
Can you say Guglielmo?
Let me get your little finger out and do Guglielmo later on.
In that accent.
What do you say?
Guglielmo. Yeah, we've got to get your little finger out
there. Guglielmo.
Hiya.
Liga One. Honestly though, it's the funniest interview you'll see. Like.
Right, so going into the summer, what we're expecting here? Are we expecting...
Decent suntan, I hope.
You will be the golfer anymore, mate.
I know.
I had a bit of a red Bonson forehead on Sunday.
He has what peeling, you know. Like the back of them.
I was just covered in green flies.
Horrendous.
Oh, the green fly.
What's going on with that? What is going on?
I noticed there has been a decline in the green fly today, though. Hopefully that's the...
I was at the KFC in the garden a while hours.
Sunday, man. Oh. But did you watch Match of the Day on Monday? Because obviously you didn't watch it Sunday night.
I still haven't watched it.
Literally every game that you've seen, like, it was just green fly everywhere. Because I was watching going, I wonder if it's just like up here that it's got. And I was like, all the other games, my camera panned out, there was just swarms of green fly.
I walked to work on Monday and I think I swallowed a full family of green fly. Like.
Well, when I was walking down to get to Air Prize on Sunday, I left the house, 10-minute walk to his, and I was wearing green. I was covered. I was walking down, like flicking them off everywhere, getting them. Oh.
Where I sit, like the paddock where you can get out at the exit.
It's on the Tory seat.
Tory bot.
You what, sorry?
The Tory bot.
It's in the Tory seat.
Aye. I sit like directly behind that, so there's no one in front of me. So like where I sit, I just like sit on the concrete bit. But beyond that is like a little shelf, so I always put my coat there in the programme and that, and I just leave it there. So I put my coat there because I was red hot, obviously, wasn't it? Fucking half time, I leaned over, my coat was green, and it was a navy coat. It was
mental, innit?
fucking covered.
Ridiculous.
And all game I was like, fuck that, like all game I was myself.
I got a little bite there. It was bleeding. Was
Really?
nice. I fucking hate
That was
green
off him,
fly
probably.
me.
I don't think that would have been off him.
It was a mosquito.
I think I did. You kiss you on Saturday, Sunday?
I tried to kiss him on camera,
kisses a
but he
few
wouldn't have
times.
it. I tried, didn't I? But he wouldn't have it.
I'm not that kind of boy.
Fair enough. Back to the summer.
Unless your name's Mo.
Right, aye. Coming out of the summer, what are we expecting from this summer? Because this could go one of two ways.
Another
couldn't it?
season of disappointment.
Do you think Ashley's still going to be there at the end of the summer?
Aye, absolutely.
Yeah.
What the hell is this? How are you?
I totally forgot about that.
We'll post
Jesus
that for
Christ.
his show later. So right, yeah, coming out of the summer.
I forgot about that.
Out of the summer, Ashley, is he still going to be here?
Yes.
Is he still going to be owner next season?
Unfortunately so.
Beyond 100%, yeah.
So that's a unanimous yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. No
Right,
doubt.
is Rafa going to get money?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Yep.
100%, yeah.
However, I don't think it'll be.
Enough.
Is that just
Any-
because the
anywhere
club
near
released a
enough.
statement from Ashley regarding
Well, it's the same statement that he released last
Copy
year,
and
isn't
paste,
it?
wasn't it? Yeah.
Even Shearer came out and said that
Yeah,
the same.
It's copy and paste. Listen, he's going to get money, but is it good? But for me, it's not just about money though, with Rafa. He's on about the mentality of the club. So it's not like give us 100 million to buy transfers.
No,
What
he
means
wants
is-
to see the club go in the right direction, doesn't he?
He means the stadium, the training ground, the academy or whatever, the whole club like move on and have a mentality of wanting to be better, not just the transfer market. It's more than just that.
That's the problem, is it can't be with him
because
sitting there at the top, because he won't.
I mean,
he won't
St
do
James just hasn't had a lick of paint in 10 years.
It looks absolutely
So, I mean,
minging from the outside. Disgraceful.
It's just hadn't out, has it? Do you know what I mean?
I know it sounds absolutely petty to say it, but looking from the outside in, St James's Park looks like a shit tip right now.
Well, I didn't have a shit tip. Like I've been to worse places.
Like compared to what it has done in the
I
past.
know,
Like it's
You know, there's a group of lads that every single day of the week go around that stadium tidying it up,
yeah, the
and
litter wise,
looking after it and stuff like that.
But like if you look at the walls and the stone outside the ground, it's just absolutely minging. It needs.
the thing is
a
it
good
needs
makeover
it needs
outside,
it needs pressure washed.
Aye, that's all it needs, aye.
In fairness, in terms of the 9 bar, the club shop, and then around that corner,
That's right, fine.
Up the way I go, like with the boiler statue and that all looks lovely.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying, the dark side, like in terms of it looks bloody awful,
Yeah,
isn't it? It
does,
looks
aye.
awful. But
It's been pointed out by so many
There's-
times before by the local journalists and saying they need to put some TLC into the outside of the ground.
it just needs something. It needs.
It's so
it needs
petty,
something.
like, but
It is.
It needs some Sports Direct advertising boards to give it a bit of
well,
colour.
they're quick enough to jet wash it when someone writes
Well, did
something on the wall about Ashley. Isn't
you not notice that? No, you might not, but all the rugby league
Oh, I'll show you that.
flags and posters and all of that have gone up.
No.
They were up before.
When did they
They
go?
were
Went,
again.
went up before the weekend.
Oh, I did. I saw one on the corner. Right. Do you want to go to the bar? How long have we got left on there?
So when it's somebody else spending money to make the
Right.
ground look better.
When
But to be fair as well, he did replace all the signage and stuff like that a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
Now with the new directions to the turnstiles and all that kind of thing, and signs at each of
Hopefully
the
that's a
stands
fell
and
off the
stuff like
sides.
that. But
It needs a bit of love.
Well, they reckon the training ground is from what I've heard. I mean,
when you
in
look at
terms
it inside, which is the bit that is seen on the global scale,
of- fine.
it looks
Right,
it looks nice because they give it a lick of paint.
The
Last season
the
they
pitch is
painted
always in great condition.
the
pitch is
stairs
good.
because
Looks
nobody sees the outside. It's only us that sees the outside.
what you need, the training ground for me is the most important place.
Training ground's got palm trees.
Because that's where the players are always at. So Rafa's done big things in terms of that. He's
Still
trying to make
plastered
them
the
open,
Sports
he's trying to-
Direct advertising all over there as well.
It's gonna be.
Well, it
it's
will,
it's
but
gonna be until Ashley's gone.
it is what it
It's
is.
gonna- even when Ashley's gone, I think the Sports Direct will still be there a little bit because it's gonna be part.
I reckon Ashley's house is like that. You reckon? He pulls into his driveway.
His
and
fence.
it's just fucking
His
Sports
fences are
Direct
just
everywhere.
Like
Sports
his last
Direct
guys like
billboards.
Aldi and that. No, Dean, take the Aldi bags, man. Take the Sports Direct ones,
That's exactly what it would be like. Yeah.
To be fair, I do that.
And the guy like, because you shop at Costco.
What do you reckon his reg is? Do you reckon it's got anything to do with Ashley? Or
It'll
do you
be
reckon it's like
MA.
SD1?
It'll be MA1 probably.
Or do you reckon it's like
Sexual.
Isn't his helicopter something like that? MASD1 or something like that.
See, you have it in there, but, which fair enough, probably I wouldn't have if I'd have started from my back garage to what he's got now. Like. But anyway, fuck him. Back to what you were saying. I think Rafa will stay.
Green flag on us there.
I think Rafa will definitely stay. I honestly don't think there's any issues with that. Like, I think
he'll stay.
You know what pissed us off a bit as well? Actually, there was. Is it that Hardy? Was Martin Hardy? Is it? Aye. I think it might have been. I could be wrong, but he put something on the day saying like, fantastic day in the sun. Newcastle's hammered Chelsea, finishing the top 10. But there's always a but, or there's always a negative. For me. Can we not just leave that, for another day? Let's just enjoy that day for what it is and what the season's been, and we'll deal with that.
Let's talk about Martin Hardy released that book about Rafa and the Revolution and all that.
Because that's when I met him to get signed that, and he was
right, decent book, right? So he's done that. But then the months that followed, it was Rafa's leaving. Rafa needs assurances. Rafa's leaving. It was quite negative.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
So I think with Martin Hardy, he'll come out and say the positives. But like you say, I think it's always followed by a negative as well.
Always.
Yes. And that's probably to get interaction more than anything else.
Maybe, yeah.
Because, if we weren't...
It makes us laugh, though, when he likes him and there was lots of others saying, he's going to walk. This was before you even kicked the fucking ball.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
when we were helping Matty out the other day, and we went on the Magpie channel thing there, he asked the question, will Rafa stay? And my immediate thought was no, and Mark's was straight away, he'll stay.
100%.
And looking back at it, he's on that contract. If I was a manager, I wouldn't walk away from a contract because for fine well you can walk with your held head high at the end of the contract, and if you were to get sacked, you're going to get a huge payout. So why would you walk?
Well, I don't think
he's not. That's what I said. He's not that. He's not the type to do that.
Money's where I think we might have a problem, possibly, is
trust.
Well, if he doesn't hear what he wants to hear from Ashley, West Ham have just told Moyes he's not the man, so he's gone. He will 100% be on that list. And remember what happened before? He was meant to sign for West Ham, but then got the Real Madrid job. And he told the owners of West Ham at that time, listen, I'm really sorry, but I know I've accepted yous, but Real Madrid's coming to the Ball Club, so I'm gone. But I will repay you someday. If ever a chance comes along, I will, if the time's right. Now, if he doesn't hear the right things from Ashley, and then West Ham do have him on the shortlist and do speak to him, I would be worried then.
Yeah.
Hence, because I honestly believe Rafa. I've only met him once, but I don't know him. But I think he's quite true to his word. And if he's told them, listen, I swear to you,
I think obviously if he was to leave and he was to go to West Ham, there's going to be a big difference between what West Ham offer as a fan base to what we do. But he's probably thinking that money wise, he's going to get a lot more money to spend on players from West Ham to what he is at Newcastle United to spend on players.
100%.
But from a fan point of view, the West Ham fans aren't going to give Rafa what we give Rafa right now.
Well, that's why he'll stay.
Yep.
He'll stay because of you've seen the last day of the season, man. There's just no way he's leaving unless the talks with Ashley would have to go they'd have to go really south, for him not to stay.
Well,
or if the decision was taken out of his hands.
He said the other day he doesn't even talk to
Ashley.
In regards to West Ham come in to Ashley and say, we'll give you £20 million for Rafa. That's not to say that he
we say so many times that Ashley is daft, right? He is quite daft. But he knows that Rafa has brought so much to this club in a short space of time.
He's got to recognise the fact.
This club has felt for a long time.
He did. He made reference to it in his statement of that, that the unwavering support of Rafa and the team. He's got to know that without Rafa there, we will not do what we've done this season.
So you think he's going to? You both think he's going to stay?
Yeah, I do actually, 100%. I've got no.
Well, like I said, I think he'll be here until the end of the season.
I think
he even came out this week, and apparently he said though that Newcastle's the only team he's talking to with regards to his future.
Oh, it is.
Because he wants a chance.
He's not the type that's going to be hunting out other jobs and that. He wants to stay here. He's happy here. He just wants to get the reassurances that he thinks that we deserve and he deserves and the club deserves.
Right. So apparently this 80 million figure is getting knocked around, right? Right, but let's.
I cannot see it being.
I can't say that unless player sales are included in that.
Well, it will, because as Ashley said, you'll have
changes,
every penny generated from.
What's your thoughts on that remark as well? Like, what's your thoughts on every penny that will generate? What do you? I mean, we're saying because he said that last year. So
Well, it's not. It's not the profit, is it? Because we were way more in profit than what he actually spent.
Well, you've got to think every penny that the club generates. You've got to look at the likes of sponsorship, like everything, every single thing that club makes money wise.
Yeah, so that's
what. So
that's
in other words, Ashley is making a penny.
That's where you get to that balance sheet, isn't it? You see how much profit you've got. He doesn't mean that at all.
He doesn't, does he? No. Because obviously last season, because Rafa's obviously openly said it quite a few times, hasn't he, that things didn't go the way that he wanted to. Yeah. So if every penny that we generate, so you've got like to stay in the Premier League, you've got the TV money, that's a boatload of cash. That. Yeah. Now. That is a bit of a lie, but it's a massive lie. Sorry, it's not a little bit.
The last club to release our balance sheets in that, we still haven't released them yet.
Well, they're probably doctoring them.
Everyone else is still there. Everyone else has released theirs, and I think I may be wrong here, but I'm sure we're like pretty late compared to everyone else, like releasing these.
Well, we're late at doing everything. The back office side of things is terrible. We're always late. Whatever can go wrong, or whatever little things we do, can be done wrong, we will do it.
Right, so right here, right? So
let's skipping it with the
let's
tax
say
returns.
Let's say there's obviously going to be players sold. There's going to be a lot of players sold.
There'll be a lot,
and that's going to generate some cash, I would think.
Well, I think Rich and Gale, you get 35.
Which players do you think are going to go?
Gale
will probably go.
Mitrovic will go.
Mitrovic will
so
go.
I think there's 20 million straight away.
Oh, more than that.
30 million, I'd say.
35 million. You get 20 for Mitrovic and 15 for Gale. Okay. I'm telling you now, for a championship.
So let's just say 30 million,
I'd say 30 million.
So I think
Mbemba's gone.
I think Caldwell will go. Mbemba will go.
I don't know whether he would. It's either Darlow or Elliott, isn't it?
Elliott's gone.
Do you reckon?
Oh, Elliott's away. He's going to sign another goalkeeper. That's all day today. I've been linked with every bloody goalkeeper gone.
PSG's.
I think he'll get rid of both of them, me.
Do you reckon?
I think, both of them will go, yeah. I really do.
There's going to be a fair few players that are going to be disappearing from this team.
Will go.
Sammy.
I don't know who's coming back. Like in terms of who's coming back.
Sammy, Armstrong,
Ivan Toney, Armstrong.
Sells
will come back. Callback's apparently already done deal for him to go to Nottingham.
So I think everyone coming back will go.
Survey, did we sell Survey? Or was he
on loan? No, he's on loan as well.
No. He's on loan now, isn't he? Bless him.
Well, the only two players from, I think, Newcastle United that are going to the World Cup are Survey and Mitrovic. Mental, innit?
But all of them are going to get sold. I reckon if you just throw a figure at it, get rid of everyone, I reckon there's 40 million. So let's just be kind and say 40.
Nah, you'd get...
Maybe more, but let's just try and be kind and say 40.
If we're saying we're going to get 30 million for Mitrovic and Gale, I think you're probably going to get about 10 for Darlow.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you not think?
The brother's only 4.
I know.
Well, that's a difficult look.
I think you'll probably get 4 or 5 million for it.
I think we'll get a bit more than that, like. The prices are only going up, man. You've got championship teams spending all sorts on people now, man.
I agree with him. I think it would 4 or 5. But even if it's 4 or 5,
Clark could be away.
Yeah, Clark. I completely forgot about Clark. And Mbemba. What do we pay for Mbemba?
You have to have it.
12 million, wasn't it?
You'll probably recoup some of that, like 8
you'll get.
You've got to remember, you have to have a squad. Like you can't just sell everything.
Well, that's it. There's still a lot of them that I would keep as squad.
Because I think Clark would probably stay. I think he'd probably. He didn't get us wrong. He'd want to play. He's probably upset that he hasn't played now. But
I think Clark may replace Mbemba type of thing.
Yeah,
so he's just going to be there around.
Yeah. The thing is, you need 2 centre backs for cover.
You definitely need 4.
That's what I'm saying for cover.
For cover. Sorry, yeah.
Because you've even got Curtis.
But
Curtis
I do think
who's out on loan, isn't he?
I think Mitrovic will go. I think Gale will go. I think all the loan guys will go.
Hoslu could potentially.
Possibly. No, I can't. I think he'll probably stay.
I think he might.
For the sake of 5 million, I think he'll probably stay. So the positions right now, where do we need to strengthen?
Up top.
Yeah, because we're selling all strikers.
They're not good enough. The strikers aren't good enough.
Our team actually is all right. If we don't need to have a massive overhaul. I honestly think maybe 3 or 4 players and we could be pretty good, you know.
I think Perez will go.
No, bollocks.
I think he'll go to Spain.
No.
I think we'll get an offer for Perez and he'll go to Spain.
No. I wouldn't lose any sleep over that.
I honestly think he will.
He's scored some important goals at the back end of this season, but he hasn't set the world alight, has he?
I think he'll go. I've said this a few weeks ago on the podcast. I honestly think he'll go to a half decent Spanish club.
Like he had a very good game on Sunday, and I think I can only think of 2 other games this season where I think he's played well.
Do you not think with Perez the last couple of years I've found that the back end of the season he's come quite good. He did it last season. About the last 5-6 games I really felt that he was...
The thing is there though, you see like, he's only had like
What's the game back to Spain?
You're saying he's only had 2-3 decent games, but then you look at it saying how many match-winning goals has he scored.
That's what I'm saying, he's scored some important goals.
Yeah,
he has, right in this moment in time, he is like...
Top scorer,
yeah. And we said... when we were doing that interview, we said...
that must kill you, that mustn't it? Must hurt you, that. Top
no, because
must hurt
that is the frustrating thing with him. Is that...
But he's top scorer.
He's got the ability to do it. He just doesn't do it
I'm with you
regularly.
But are you not even in
enough?
any humble pie? Is he even out? Is it out the fridge yet?
He has done well.
He's even thinking a little bit about.
Yeah, he has. He's
because I think he's done well.
He's scored important goals. He hasn't played well.
Yeah, but we said Kendi and Dubravka were the main differences in surviving this season. But I think Perez has got a huge impact in that as well.
He has that.
Not performance-wise, absolutely not.
He scored
not a chance in hell.
He scored the
performance-wise,
match-winning goals.
But he has because other people have picked up their game and created things.
But he
scored goals. He scored important goals.
Some decent goals as well.
That Leicester goal was class. No, for me, I think I'm with you most of the time. 100%. I think he's so annoying. But you have to be honest and say, well, hey, fair enough.
Sunday was the first time I actually saw him win tackles.
He did actually.
And muscles players off a ball.
But
why can't he do it more often?
But
that is the biggest problem.
Shoulder bars anyone and track back and slid tackles. He's a Spanish.
Oh, Ginola did.
Nah, bollocks. Listen, like
Ginola had a good upper body strength.
Also scored 4 goals for
you surely don't look at Perez and go, he should work hard and more tackles. That's not why I slag him off. I slag him off because his decision making is bollocks. That's why I slag him off.
He shouldn't get knocked off the ball as easily as he does.
And I just slag him off because he's here.
I don't know.
That's who we're bumping into.
As well.
The haircutter.
Paddy, we're bumping into Paddy.
Nice one.
We literally met everybody on Sunday, didn't we?
I met Emil as well from Heart Radio. I bumped into him on the way home. Absolutely bashed out my tits. I just walked past him on the way to Haymarket, wasn't it?
Was it where you went, fuck Deka?
Aye, we went away, you went, fuck Deka. You said a question earlier on. He's a radio presenter for Heart Radio, I think it is.
The thing is he
works.
The mad thing is he actually works in the same building as us.
Does he?
Aye.
Aye, does, doesn't he? Aye, will I? That's right.
Aye, fuck Deka.
So there you are. So if you're listening to this, just come give a knock. I'm on 5. You're on 2.
3.
Fuck Deka.
Aye, so
hashtag fuck Deka.
What was your main point then? Was it? Sorry. So you heard about money?
I didn't think you had one.
Oh, money generator. Yeah, I don't think I had one. But like, how much money do you think we need?
Well, we again got asked that question on Sunday about will we break our.
Well, we also said that we'd
record
spend the money on cocaine and strippers as well, like. So I don't think we would take our word of.
I think if you look at Lejeune, you look at your Dubravkas, look at them stamp of players. I think 50 million actually could.
That would make a huge difference.
I'm not saying we're gonna.
I'm not sure, because I think we need to spend a big wedge of that on a striker.
I have no idea.
We cannot.
Exactly.
That's a shit position.
We cannot sign a 40 million pound
striker. But Simone's worth 30.
We cannot do it.
Absolute dog shit, man. Dog shit.
We need to spend money on a striker.
You weren't saying that until he stupid kicked the other week.
Shite.
You weren't saying that until he stupid kicked.
He's not worth 30 million.
Listen, I'm not one of these fans that really gives a monkeys when someone gets sent off. Like, hey, man.
You love Shelby.
It happens. These things happen. Right? People lash out. People do bad things. God, get on with it. I loved Eric Cantona. He kicked every fucker. I kicked him out. I love Cantona. And I love Cantona.
He was my favourite. He was my favourite non-Newcastle player.
He was fantastic.
Unreal.
And he kicked everyone out of the way. Actually, the only thing I didn't like in the 5-0, he sent on Bielsa, which was not on because he really fucked him. But anyway, I digress. But people are obsessed with he's banned. He's a disgrace. Blah blah blah. Fuck off. Like, I'm more interested in
stupidity.
Terms of. I know it's stupid, but. For me, Slimani, it was that game, I think, as well. He just walked straight in the tunnel at the end of the game. That fucked us off more than the kick. Him just walking down the tunnel going, monkeys, he doesn't want to be here.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to be here. So just get off then. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not bothered. I definitely 100% will say that Mitrovic should 100% stayed ahead of him.
I agree.
I understand we're finished 10th and I understand RAFA'S right and all this. He's not right on that.
But in hindsight.
Oh, come on.
No.
What,
No.
So you think
Absolutely
Slimani
not.
did more than Mitrovic could have done? He didn't play for 5 games.
Right, so...
Mitrovic, you know for a fact Mitrovic would not have played.
No, but put it this way, right?
Slimani didn't either, though. And when he did, he kicked someone.
No, he did. He came on, what, three games, and
he played
on those 3 occasions he came on and changed the game.
He played about 120 minutes. That's what he played in total. But let's look at it from... Right, forget who Mitrovic is, right? And let's say there's a young kid playing in the championship. He's only been there 6 months.
100% he'd be one in
He
the
scored
final.
God knows how many goals he'd be gone. Sign him. Yeah. Sign him.
I 100% agree with you.
It's so
100%
strange.
agree.
And we're at the point
But
now we're saying, oh shit. He's not shit. He's not a shit player. Maybe he doesn't suit our style, and I agree.
But sorry,
he doesn't suit RAFA'S play. He's not shit.
He does.
To my
the
original
biggest
thing
problem is he does not have the needed work rate to play at our level.
Maybe he doesn't. But sorry, I'm going back.
There was even people saying he was lazy last night playing in the playoffs. To trying to get into the playoff final, and he can't be asked.
I don't think he's lazy.
It's stupid, man. It's stupid.
He's not lazy. I find it hard to think he's lazy. Like my opinions.
Did you see Shearer run around and just charge every centre half down? Because I didn't, and I love Shearer.
No. But what you did see Shearer do
score goals
is not just that. He would do the donkey work of a striker. He would run the channels. He would drop in. He would want the ball. He'd hold the ball up.
I think that's also Mitrovic did. He used to hold the ball up left, right, and centre.
He would hold the ball up, but he'd be standing in the middle of the field doing it. He would never come in looking for the ball. He'd never.
So every time we like had a free kick, conceded a free kick or a corner, Mitrovic was always the first one back in the box, and he was always the one clearing the balls and that. Like, so I think it's quite harsh.
In terms of work rate, he definitely doesn't work as hard as Perez does. Yeah. I mean, I think Perez charges every fucker down.
He's got another extra 5 stone to carry.
But there's certain players have different attributes in terms of that, isn't it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But Slimani, in the short time that he was here, did.
No, because, well, alright, but he only came on with 10 minutes to go. I expect him to run around for 10 minutes.
But how many times did Mitrovic come on with 10 minutes to go and not do that?
He done that against Norwich and changed the game.
One game in season and a half.
No,
look, you know what I've liked. I like him, but
so you on the record
I'm looking at
it
I'm looking at
so do you
it
still
objectively
think right now? So if we had an option to buy Slimani for 30 million, or just keep Mitrovic, you would still buy Slimani for 30 million?
That wasn't the question you asked, though,
was
it?
That's the question I'm asking now. Because that's a situation. We can't just have Slimani. We've got to buy him. And it's going to be about 30 million.
But there is the key point is you're essentially talking double the price tag for somebody that is a bit better.
Like a tiny bit.
Well,
it's a bit more, probably more than a tiny bit. But
he's not like a Diarma's cock size better than him. He's probably like a Murphy cock.
But how many times have we said about him coming on how fast he was, how powerful he looked and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I agree. But what I'm saying is going right back to what we're first.
But that's price tags.
30 million for him.
It's all about
my
money,
God,
money,
we're
money.
in massive trouble.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
If he's worth 30
that's
million.
what I'm saying. But that is the difference.
He's not a 30 million pound striker, man.
He's essentially worth double Mitrovic, but is he twice the player of Mitrovic? I'd say no.
No, he's not. No.
But in military terms, he is.
I'm probably one of the biggest Mitrovic fans going, and I think everyone probably knows that. But I'm under the impression now, I'm not bothered with selling him. As long as we get some decent money for him and invest in it in another striker, but I can't see it happening.
It'll be a shame. He will go. I can't see him coming back and making his.
No, I'm not bothered that he won't come back. I'm not. But I just want the money to be spent,
and that's what worries me. You get selling for whatever. You know, you sell Sissoko and everyone hated him, and that's fantastic. We're getting 30 million for however much we got for him, but he will not invest that money. So it doesn't matter what you sell people for, because he's not going to really give you the true thing, and that's what pisses you off more than anything, really. Because I don't mind if Mitrovic goes. I've got any problem with that. All I'm saying is I think Mitrovic would have done more than Slimani, personally. I really believe that. Like, actually, definitely would have. Of course, he would have.
It's just as much of an impact.
I don't because
You do no,
because he
didn't play for 4 or 5 games.
but that's
and then he got sent off. So what would Mitrovic have done worse than that?
I know.
Like I don't think he could have done any worse than that.
He wouldn't have even got as many minutes, man.
Right, so we'll get in the question because we've been going for a little while now. Right, we'll get in the questions and there's been a few, so I'll go through them as quick as I can. Right, so Hayden sends in, how far can NUFC go under Rafa?
What was that? Sorry?
So under Rafa isn't the.
It's under Ashley, which
isn't the line that in the sand. It's under Ashley.
Yeah.
With Rafa, we could go to the moon and back.
Sky's the limit.
But the problem is the man holding the purse strings does not share that ambition that we as fans and Rafa share.
Yeah.
We'll never be Man City.
Yeah, I agree. Right, he also follows that question up saying, just how much of a Tory is Deka? Have you listened to the last few podcasts?
No. Is it a Tory? I thought they Tories now.
Right, so
he sits in the Platinum Club every week.
RMB sends in, shag, marry or kill. Mike Ashley.
Kill.
Mick Martin. Kill.
Which one?
Michael Martin. Or Miller from By the Min. Right, so I'm marrying Miller.
I'd marry Miller because you'd have a good laugh and a bit crack on.
Yeah. Oh shit! I've got to either shag Michael Martin or kill him.
I ain't shagging him, like.
Right, okay. So you're killing him. So it looks like we're shagging Ashley.
Oh. Fucking hell. Bad crack, that, like.
I'd shag Mick because you can just do it and get it over and done with, and then.
I'd probably just give Ashley money and not have to do it.
That's a worse question.
We need to get rid of Ashley.
Right,
by any means necessary.
I also asked people what the best.
Unless you get somebody else to shag him that's got AIDS.
Oh. I wasn't expecting that. Like, right. I also said your best moments of the season, like meaning season as a Newcastle United.
Do you know?
And a lot of people started mentioning the best moment of the podcast for some reason. But he said his best moment was, "Whoop whoop! It's the sound of the police intro." And find out that Perez gets his hair cut by his brother. Right, James Law sends in, besides England, which team are you supporting during the World Cup? Are Japan in it?
You know what it is? I couldn't even tell you half the teams that are in it because I've just got zero interest at the minute.
Are you? Yeah.
Until it starts. That's the
thing. I like the African teams. I'll support
England.
African
bore me. I do like the African teams, especially
they're the nicest kits as well.
They have good
celebrations.
Oh, you see Nigeria's kits.
They're normally just
the Nigerian kits are unreal.
They're normally just pace and absolute stamina. Yeah. Normally, aren't they? They're just
and the fans are mint.
Aye.
Right.
I don't know if they'll have many hour in Russia, like.
Keegan sends in.
Who?
Why not
Michelle?
Kevin.
Why not Keegan?
Oh.
Perez doing bits again. Is he the greatest Spaniard to ever play for the Toon?
Who's that?
Perez.
Oh. Absolutely not.
He was the greatest. Was it Luque?
Any other one?
Marcelino.
Greatest ever Spaniard. How many Spanish players have I had? I haven't really had.
That's why it's a decent question, I think, because I can't think any.
He could be,
Enrique.
Mikel Merino. Oh, Enrique, good shout.
What's his Perez?
Perez is
Fuck off. That wasn't a good shout. It was a good shout because he was Spanish.
He's a good player.
Enrique was better than Perez.
Fuck off, man. Honestly,
I liked Enrique.
I did as well, but he's
not better than Perez.
Perez, how are you, man? He's shite.
He's had so much.
You've sat here this season yourselves and said he's shite.
But he's had so much more input than Enrique.
Fuck off.
He does.
Wow.
Because he just scored so many more
goals than Enrique, man.
That was one. And he was the only one.
That was just one.
That was like one thing in his entire career.
Right, Perez has definitely done more.
So you're saying Enrique?
He also stayed when we got relegated and pulled go back up.
I would say Perez has done more for us than Enrique. Come on.
He has.
What's he done?
I fucking hate him. What's he done? He's scored so many match-winning goals.
Fucking hell, man. Oh, yeah. The one against Brighton alone to get up. Alone is that one.
It's more than hates him that much. You cannot give him a little bit of credit.
That's tough.
I don't.
That's shocking. That right.
It just disappoints us.
Right. So Josh sends in
very regularly.
If Rafa was,
I don't hate Perez as much as he hates Murphy.
No, I
don't. We haven't actually talked about
I don't hate
Deka's reaction on Sunday.
What a little battery, man.
I wouldn't. Hey, no, please cover this off though, because I was correct though, wasn't I?
What?
So the team sheet came out, and I texted you and says, "Oh my god!" And then someone says, "Oh, your mate's playing." And I says, "Yeah, it's like playing with 10 men already. We haven't even kicked a ball. It's 10 men." He was terrible.
Come off it, man.
What do you think he played well?
He didn't play well. Like.
Oh, come on.
Press is better.
Come on. He was awful.
Nah.
Right, let's get back in the questions, right?
awful.
Josh sends in.
Oh,
shut up.
That played?
Josh
Yedlin was
sends
good,
in. I'm just going to talk over this. If Rafa was the England manager this summer, would we win the World Cup?
We would have a good chance, wouldn't we?
Yep.
What was that, sorry?
If Rafa was England manager, would we win the... We should have got Wenger as England manager.
Absolutely not.
Right, favourite moment. Easily the Jaffa Cakes with Mark Walker.
Oh,
I reckon we could have
no.
Pep Guardiola, Rafa, and Bobby Robson, assistant manager. Still wouldn't win it.
Just think how organised he'd have them, man.
Give a fuck. We're not going to win it, man.
Right, so yeah, his favourite moment was you eating the Jaffa
That
Cakes.
wasn't my favourite
And he
moment.
wants another challenge.
That was good, like.
Right, Kev and Monaghan
Was
sends
quite
in. Imagine we get 75 or 80 million to spend. Who would you sign?
Cocaine from Colombia.
Cocaine and strippers, that's who would sign. Right, highlight has to be the party popper. I nearly dropped to the ground listening to it on the
Jesus
podcast
Christ.
out walking the dog.
I think
That must have been, you know, if like someone's listening to it just walking. Like that must have been pretty shit.
Like,
Like, you know,
I
if you're watching it, it's a
honestly,
bit different, you know.
I'm sure I actually died during that
Yeah,
moment.
it was funny.
Daryl Thompson sends this question in. Will Deka ever stop eating like a 5-year-old?
No, never. Hey, you should have seen how much ketchup I had in the day on me, don't you? God.
Right, here's he sends in. If Rafa is backed like he should be, Dubravka... Hang on, wait there. If Rafa is back like he should be, Dubravka, Lascelles, Lejeune, Dummett, Shelby, Diome are the only players that I would have in the starting 11 next season.
Oof, really?
Is there anyone else you still think we should start? Richie, Yedlin, Marino, Murphy, Perez, all good squad players. So Dubravka, Lascelles, Lejeune, Dummett,
Unreal that
Shelby,
Diame's in there,
Diome.
isn't he? As a starter.
He's got, that's a good shout, that, you know.
I don't know. Yedlin's.
Oh, 100% keep your head in it.
Yedlin? Richie and I were. He
like
comes in
Richie.
for a bit
Well,
of.
there's room for
A
improvement
bit
on
of stick,
all of
but
those
yeah, we
players.
could.
Saying that, like he's got Dummett in at left back, I think we need a huge improvement.
I'd replace Dummett.
Great squad player. I'd happily have him as a squad player because he can play centre back, left back, wherever you put him. But I would like a big improvement at
We
left
need
back.
we need
And
a
I
left.
would say the same for the
We
end.
need a left back, a left winger, creative midfielder, and a couple of strikers.
Right, so Rob Fish sends in. Will Rafa stay? We'll
100%.
agree. Yeah. Will Kendi sign? I think we'll agree that was a no.
I hope. I certainly hope so.
I think there's
Even-
I think
as
there's
I
a
say,
chance.
even if it's just,
Yeah,
even if it's just on loan.
I reckon not a chance. Right, and he said, "What's your thoughts on brown sauce on a ham and beetroot sandwich?"
Ham and beetroot.
That's
I'll
just
try that
bad
night.
in itself.
I'll try
Ham
that
and
night,
beetroot,
okay.
isn't it?
Oh no, I like a ham and beetroot sandwich.
Oh, sure.
Brown sauce on it.
Brown
Yeah,
sauce.
probably,
That's.
I probably I reckon like he's right.
Mate, I might get with a pickle of the beetroot. Like
I think it would.
Daryl Thompson says
Brown
his
sauce on a corned beef
favourite
sandwich.
moment.
Unreal.
beautiful that.
Unreal, aye.
His favourite moment was so it looks like Stay saying, "Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Tumbles, bitch."
Mr. Tumbles.
You
Doesn't
missed
he-
this
doesn't
one.
he
mate.
watch them, man?
Doesn't even watch them. He only watches the ones when he's on.
Definitely.
Oh, I thought you meant Mr. Tumbles. I was like,
Right,
that's right. Like.
and Daryl Thompson, he had another favourite moment, which was Deka calling Gary Bennett gay. He called him a fucking bent. I think he called him bent.
Does sound it.
And I tried my hardest to sway you into going, "Do you mean corrupt?" And you know it. You went, "No, gay."
Yep, I remember
But he
that.
does sound gay.
Right.
I tell you what my favourite moment was. Slimani.
Oh,
That was
Slimani.
Slimani. I swear to God.
Emil
I've
Frenchie
never laughed
sends in
so much.
saying, "Who is Casper Schmeichel's dad?"
No.
Is that you? I'm his dad.
When he ran over, wasn't it? And I gave it, he went, you know, my dad is 100%.
Yeah, mate.
100% said that, you know.
In his moment of the season, Hayes took this question the way I meant it, and he said, "Man U,
Yeah.
the turnaround that followed."
Yeah, that was
And that was
100%.
the turning point of the
Yeah.
season.
Do you know which one point for me was an amazing, and I think Lascelles commented the Swansea game away when he cleared one off the line and he scored the header.
Yeah.
And we won. I never expected a win. I don't know why, I just didn't. That was a massive game. I thought that it was
Yeah.
really early on in the season.
Right, couple more questions. Andy Heppel sends in, How much do you why? It sounds like I can't read these, but I swear to God, it's not. People can it right. So what he means to say is, how much do you think Matt Ritchie has cost the club in replacing corner flags. I loved it. We had to go and pick it up the day. The referee made him go and pick it up.
That's good.
Did he put the corner flag into someone?
Because my mate sits right down the front and lashed someone with it, like black eye.
He said sorry.
Right, Hayden sends in.
He's already sent that one in, hasn't he? Sent it in twice.
How Tory can Deka get? There's another Tory question about Deka and I'm trying to find it.
I am fucking not a Tory. Like,
right, Dan Johnson says, can Deka please come back because we haven't won since he went off on his jollies. We won't mention how rank it is to have tomato sauce on Sunday dinner.
It's unreal, man.
It's not.
It's unreal.
You're the only person that thinks that.
You just haven't tried it, man.
And we'll end it with let's end this one with Daryl Mitchell.
There you are.
Daryl's got it.
There we go. Right, he sends in, nothing is certain under Mike Ashley. Will he even help Rafa? I think he's got to now. Like he has to.
Well, he's not going to give him nothing.
Needs to.
Yeah.
He's going to give him something.
Plastic statements mean nout without action. Fair enough.
True. Yeah.
Actions speak louder than words. I heard Mark Walker talk about Rafa not leaving. I agree, and I think he'll at least see out his contract. Do Kris and Deka agree? I do now. I didn't at the time when I was absolutely...
You were taken aback by me, answer, weren't you?
I was a bit shocked at that because I was just on the impression that Mike Ashley's a knobhead and Rafa would just sack him off. But you've swayed us to think that way.
100% Steve.
Then he also sends in, if you all had to take a bath...
I'm
not sure if he means it like if this is together or like separately. If you all had to take a bath in a condiment / sauce.
Oh Christ!
Which sauce or condiment would it be? Yours is tomato sauce all day long.
Well, I'm going to be honest. Garlic sauce would.
Mine would be garlic.
Yeah, I'd rather have garlic sauce.
Yours is definitely going to be gravy.
You look like KFC gravy.
You look like a gravy bear.
It's all right, like
What?
It's all right.
Are you kidding me? KFC gravy is the greatest thing in the world.
Oh, can you imagine a bath in Gill's garlic? Can you imagine that, man?
Like just
hell.
dipping, just shitting with it. I like dippy sponge in it.
Unreal.
Nacho cheese. You know, like
you couldn't take a bath in nacho cheese.
That would be lush, because it'd be like nice and warm, wouldn't it? And
no, I'd take garlic sauce any day of the week.
Ooh, right.
Like nacho dippy cheese sauce.
We'll end it on this one. Daryl also sends in, thanks for all your podcasts during this season, lads. Been a lifesaver at times, especially on our losing run late last year, and helped pass a bit of time walking the dog. Hope to be a part of it all again next season.
Oh, isn't that
so we'll end it on that nice message, shall we?
Thanks, Daryl.
So I think we'll need to say a few thank yous to everyone that's been listening, everyone that's been watching over this season. Is this your first full season?
I did all last year,
full season.
I don't know if I did all last year. I don't know.
I think this might be your first full season.
Full season, yeah. Right, finished 10th, no problems.
Speak of last full season.
To be fair, he's lucky he made it to this one.
Yes,
I know it's been good.
So thanks to everyone that's been listening and watching.
Definitely.
The views on
YouTube makes it worthwhile, doesn't it?
The views on YouTube have only been going up this season, so they're getting more and more.
I love the interaction on Twitter. I think it's class.
Yeah, it's class. It's absolutely class.
It's funny as hell.
Thanks to the likes of Airzy, to Bestie, to Taylor Payne, to Steve, to Ed from Lee's Flags, and we've had loads of people asking if they can come on. And to be honest with you, it's just difficult trying to arrange a time for people to get here because Mark doesn't tend to turn up till 10 o'clock in there.
I know. But it's 1:20 in the morning now. We're still here.
Me and Deka are sitting here at 6 o'clock, just like looking out the window.
I'm actually late for work, actually.
So was Steve last week. He was on night shift. He didn't turn up.
I was here at 9:15.
You weren't today.
Oh, I was 5 to 9.
10 past 9. No, it was after 9.
It wasn't.
It was, aye.
The news wasn't on when I pulled up outside.
Adam's having a fit here.
Also, a big thank you to Adam.
Yes,
behind
Adam,
the camera.
He
doesn't ever
was that Adam?
Oh, Cleary. Adam
Gautier.
Yep. Big thank you to Adam Gautier. Adam Cleary from What Culture. Thank you to Katie, Kath and Terry for letting me use this pub from day one.
Yep.
We only ever recorded one podcast in my house, maybe two.
And we did one of his?
No, I mean when we first started out.
Oh, ever?
Had the terrorist cans at mine.
Terrorist cans, aye, that's where terrorist. Oh, no
alleged
favourite more.
Alleged terrorists.
It's a shame that.
So yeah, thank you to them. They've been a big part of this since day one.
Yeah,
so like 3-4 years now. They don't own this pub anymore.
No, unfortunately, they're.
But luckily for us, we know the new owner.
Our new owners are going to allow us to continue.
So we'll still be staying here.
Yep. Best coach travel to Newcastle away games.
Yeah,
definitely.
From the Lord Ashley.
Thank you to Guglielmo Clothing for sponsoring.
Yeah.
You remember.
Yeah.
Thank you to Dom, who owns Guglielmo Clothing, who sponsored it. And thank you to Stephen Raper, who still owes more money.
So don't.
It's all right. Deka still owes me since we went to Liverpool as well.
Yeah, aye.
That was a nice little shoe in there, wasn't
He
it?
obviously mentioned that the other day because I can tell by his reaction.
So yeah, thank you to Stephen
He
Raper
must have,
from International Glass Consultants. How are the glass?
How are the glass?
And he's sponsored it for the last few years there now. Any more
We'll
thank
give him
yous
that
that we
amazing
need to give out
tagline as
to?
well.
Thank you to everyone that's been retweeting the podcasts.
Yeah.
Because that's what we need. We need retweets on stuff, and that's how we'll get reviews up and stuff
as much
like
as
that.
possible.
That guy that does their mint screensavers and design, what's he called, Boz? He always gives away.
Yeah, Boz always gives
Gives
a
a good
retweet.
retweet.
Aye. Yeah, he's got some good
He
stuff
does
out
mint
on it.
stuff,
Yeah,
Newcastle
yeah.
goals, he
Yeah.
always good for a few retweets.
yeah.
Does he retweet us? Does he?
Who?
That Buzz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he?
Mhm.
Bloody hell.
Friend
He's
of the
awesome. Him. Like I've got one of his wallpapers on my phone. Shelby one.
He's a good
Unreal.
lad.
Absolutely
Good lad.
class.
I just want to say that we're gonna make a few little changes next year, apart from Deka leaving.
I'm getting sucked.
We're looking at expanding the YouTube channel a little bit more. I'm not sure I've mentioned this to you, but I wanted to do a few more short videos.
No, you did. You mentioned it to me.
Yeah, so a few more short videos because we're just sticking podcasts out, which are going out like hour plus now.
We did our first foray into a short recording on Sunday.
We're doing a post-match analysis.
We did.
Like fellow podcasts,
It's unreal.
which basically said, "Go and get pissed."
It's quality.
Was that
Quality
the one?
publication.
It lasted about 5 seconds, mate. Aye.
seen that, yeah.
That's all that you're going to get from us on after a match. To be fair, we're not going to pour your
Unless you want to come out and enjoy the post-match full experience.
If you want a post-match podcast, you're just going to have to come to the pub.
Come to the pub. Everybody's welcome. We're having a
because
mint time.
We're not going to go and sit back.
I think
in
next
front
year
of
we
a
should
mic.
do a live one, like, and get like all them people in.
Well,
Sit.
in the summer, so if anyone's watching or listening in the summer, so over the next few weeks, I am going to do another video with just a recap of the season and your favourite moments, your player of the season for the season just gone there. So I am going to get as many fans as possible on that. It's not going to be like a podcast type thing. It's going to be more of a one-on-one
We're going to
video.
have to do a mega mix of the podcast best bits.
Well, if you want to sit there,
That's
mate,
a
and
job,
do
that's
that,
a job for Adam,
you
that.
can do that.
That's a job for editor Adam.
Desmond now are there too.
Yeah, you can do that. Is anyone else that we need to say thank you to? Thank you to our wives for putting up with this shit all the time.
Fucking telling me.
Hey man, the police to get rid of. We're out of the house for a couple of hours, man.
Not when I go home and go watch it on the telly. Do you want to watch us on the telly?
You know, gonna watch them on the knee with the strippers and that, nipples and all that.
Do you tell how I went to the strippers,
You're
man?
gonna watch it, you know?
I'll skip the first 5 minutes and I'll skip the end now, thanks to you.
It's the best bit that everybody listens to. The questions at the end, you've just ruined it.
Right, so is there any more thanks that we've got to give?
Just your mum and dad. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't think there's anyone. No.
I'd just like to thank Rafa
Yeah, thank you, Rafa.
for a fantastic season and all of those
All the boys.
players for putting in a good old shift.
And fingers
Really
crossed, we
Even
might
that Spanish
have
one.
one more visit to St James's Park.
You never know.
Aye,
Well,
hopefully.
let's not say too much because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say anything.
Yeah, true.
Shh.
Are you going?
Secret.
Oh, okay.
That's got people
He's
thinking.
really worried about this battery, by the way.
Yes, I.
We're done, man. We're done. Chill out.
Done, man. If it cuts off now, we've said with thank yous and that, man. Right, so we're done.
We don't want it to end.
We're done.
It's a sad
It's a
moment.
shame, innit?
There's not going to
Are we
be.
doing a World Cup one or not?
I'm off.
Fuck England. unless Jamal or Shelby do get called up.
It's not happening.
It's
We're
not
not
happening,
doing a
no,
World Cup. Fuck a World Cup podcast. Who gives a shit?
I was just taking the piss because I knew that would be the reaction.
Nah.
I might watch a few games.
Oh, I watch the games, mate.
Most of them are on in the middle of the afternoon, though, aren't they?
So when does the season start? That's mid-August, isn't
August, isn't it?
it? So right,
Fixtures are released in June, aren't
we'll
they?
probably be back. We'll do one or two maybe podcasts throughout the summer. Nothing heavy. But we'll be back probably last week of July, pre-season.
Whatever, my boy, whatever.
And we'll be back
Can't be
on-
after that because I'm on holiday for a fortnight.
When we say Messi, we'll have
I'll
like
replace
an
you. I'll get
emergency-
Messi back, mate. Don't worry about that.
We'll have an emergency podcast.
You'll be doing it by yourself because
Emergency podcast.
£50 million player.
he'll not be here. I'll be on holiday.
I'm on holiday quite a bit, like coming up. Like
Fucking
fucking
that
hell,
doesn't
eh?
surprise us. Oh, Deka's on
Yeah,
holiday
me.
again.
Judith Chalmers here.
I'm always away. Like, but I am
Typical
on holiday.
Tory hours on holiday.
You should like be the producer for like Wish You Were Here and that.
I should be, you know.
You should.
I should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was away somewhere.
I should be. I'm going away next
Your
week.
lass must hate you.
She doesn't. She loves it.
She loves it.
She loves a fella that comes around when you're on holiday. Right, on that note, right, once again, thank you very much for listening. Thanks for your support throughout the season there. We couldn't do this without you.
Yeah,
so
really do appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And enjoy your summer, and we'll see you next season.
Enjoy your holidays.
Top 4 next season.
Bye-bye now.